AIDS. In this module, you will learn about the disease called AIDS. There are several diseases in the world that have continued to challenge the medical world. The diagnosis and treatment of these diseases is still a challenge for scientists. One such disease is AIDS. The term AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. The name of the disease signifies that AIDS is acquired during the lifetime by a person via infection. As the person who acquires AIDS experiences a decrease in immunity and is prone to further infections, the disease is also referred to as a syndrome. AIDS mainly affects the immune system of the infected human being. In fact, the disease decreases the ability of the human body to fight against further infections, making the patient prone to more infections and diseases. AIDS is caused by the HIV. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. The HIV belongs to the class retrovirus. The retrovirus shows the presence of an envelope that contains the RNA as the genome or the genetic material of the virus. Let's now learn in detail about the structure of the HIV. HIV, or Human Immunodeficiency Virus, is spherical in shape. It is surrounded by a viral envelope which is composed of a lipid bilayer. The viral envelope bears receptor binding proteins and glycoprotein spikes which facilitate the linking of the virus with the host cell. The layer next to the viral envelope is present in the form of a protein coat. This further surrounds another layer of protein coat in its center that encloses two identical filaments of a single strand of HIV RNA. This strand of RNA is the genome or the genetic material of HIV virus. Both the filaments are characterized by the presence of an enzyme, reverse transcriptase. In humans, blood and semen are the two known agents that can transmit the HIV. Blood as a carrier can transmit the disease during transfusion of the infected blood, by sharing a common needle for injecting drug, during organ transplantation, or from an infected woman to her unborn child at the time of pregnancy. On the other hand, the semen can transmit the HIV through sexual intercourse with an infected person or by having multiple sexual partners. Now, let's learn how the HIV replicates itself after it enters a human body. HIV enters into the body through the bloodstream of the host and invades suitable host cells such as the T lymphocyte cells. The virus then fuses with the membrane of the host cells and releases its genomic content, the strands of RNA, into the host cell. In the host cell, the single strand of viral RNA is transcribed into a double-stranded viral DNA with the help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase. The double-stranded viral DNA then reaches the nucleus of the host cell and gets integrated into the host chromosome. This integration of the viral DNA into the DNA of the host cell is facilitated by the enzyme integrase. After infection by the HIV virus, the count of T lymphocytes decreases. This reduction in count of T lymphocytes decreases the immunity of a person, leaving the person prone to more infections and diseases. The symptoms of AIDS may develop within months or sometime years after the infection. Some flu-like symptoms may appear, but generally, no symptom is seen during the early stages of the disease. During the later stages, symptoms such as fever, fatigue, weight loss, swollen lymph nodes, cough, and skin spots may be observed. AIDS is diagnosed through ELISA, the enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, and Western blot test. A positive ELISA test is followed by a confirmatory Western blot test, which usually confirms the HIV infection. Let's now summarize what you have learned in this module. AIDS or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is a disease caused by the infection of retrovirus HIV. HIV or human immunodeficiency virus is an enveloped virus and contains two filaments of single strand of RNAs and an enzyme, reverse transcriptase. HIV is transmitted through sexual intercourse with an infected person, sharing of common needle while injecting drugs, by blood transfusion, and from an infected mother to her unborn child. The virus invades into the T lymphocyte cells where their replication takes place and several copies of viral DNA are formed. The virus thus formed moves out of the host cell and infects other cells, thus continuing its life cycle. Symptoms of AIDS include fever, fatigue, weight loss, swollen lymph nodes, and skin spots. AIDS is diagnosed through ELISA and Western blot test.